like transfer specials? If so, go ahead, scroll on down and hit that thumbs up button. Oh yeah, and subscribe. Welcome back to another episode at NAC. It is time for the transfer special, but before we get into that, you know what time it is. It is time for an end of season review. I need to move OBS over out of my way so I can see. Here we are. So, won the Eredivisie and the Johan Cruyff Shield this season. So that was a great season. That being said, the last episode, guys, we know what happened. The Champions League stuff. That was heartbreaking, wasn't it? It broke my heart. All right, so the new arrivals, we got Avale here, a B- on him. This guy turned into a regular starter for us, 7.44 average rating on him. Aleti, B+, kind of was a very heavy, we used him a lot. I mean, I guess that's the best way to put it. Put out a 7.33. Leonardo of Villa, I like this guy. The board absolutely hated it. Okay? I understand we did spend a little bit of money to get him in here, but I thought he was perfect for our system. Luis Henrique, a B on that one. Kyrian Frank, a B-. Emerson, an A-. Okay, kind of surprised by that one. And then Co-Anders, a C on that one. So they didn't really care about that one. Broadcast revenue actually goes down a decent amount. Sponsorship does go up. Corporate and hospitality, competition prize money, through the roof. Match day commercial and retail also going up. Cardanius, Overby, Janssen, Sammy, and Snow. I'm thinking we may try to upgrade one of these positions. So somebody might have bought a kit that might not be here next season. A guy that's not... You guys get what I'm trying to say, damn it. All right, so how did we line up? So this is what they say. Yeah, I mean, like, Castro missed a significant time. I think what I would do is change up the back four just a little bit. I think what we'd do, put Castro on the left-hand side. We would put Alves on the right-hand side and Janssen in there with a volley. That's kind of surprising that Janssen is not included in the best 11. Accolade time. Cardanius was the fans player of the season, young player of the season as well. Signing of the season, Aleti. Goal of the season, still top goal scorer, Cardanius. Most assists, Luis Garcia with 9. Gabriel Lucas with most player of the match awards. Highest average rating also goes to Gabriel Lucas. Seal, most passes completed per 90 minutes. Record breakers, Cardanius. Most goals by player in a match with 4. Also in a league match with 4. Highest ever transfer fee paid goes to Co-Anders with 23.94. Highest transfer fee received, though, also with Stan, 117 mil. We sold him to Lille, didn't we? Yeah, we sold him to Lille. Kind of forgot about that. Killed it, my man. Stan. All right, so the best overall 11. Jesus, Murphy, Kestens is still... How is Kestens still in this lineup? How? I don't understand it. I don't understand how Cornelius is still there. Sammy has been killing it like the past 2-3 seasons at this point. Stan Snow, I don't really have an issue with Tom Hay being there because I like Tom Hay. Same with Delgado. He was fantastic for us. Van Roy, kind of surprising there. He's still there. Patrick, this is really surprising. All right, so the club vision. What do they want? So I would like to get rid of that off. That make the most of set pieces, and also that for some reason, like we've done really. Bro, spend the original transfer budget. How? I mean, like, I can do it, but, like, no, you crazy. All right, we're going to try working on this a little bit. So I want to get off that. Definitely. That's terrible to start with. That. You're not going to dictate this much about what I'm doing, okay? That's the way it is. That's coming off as well. That's coming off as well. I know they're not going to like that, but I do. What is this? Okay, whatever. Let's see what all they bring back because you know they're going to. Okay, I'm not doing that. That is off the board. That's off the board. Okay. I'm not spending the original transfer budget. These guys are killing. Well, it looks like we're going to have to request our youth facilities be upgraded at this point. They've been downgraded, and board sets our initial budgets. We know this is going to be massive, 240 mil. I mean, guys, I really don't know how to do that, right? I really don't. Payroll of 139 mil as well, so that's fine. That's fantastic, really. I'm a bit confused on what to do here, guys. So we mentioned in a couple of the previous episodes about how what I want to do this offseason is to be able to sign going forward, really. Okay, let's start this over. What I want to do going forward is be able to sign 3 players that are 23 and under each season. We've mentioned this. I haven't had no complaints about it in the comments. And now with the board also saying, hey, sign high reputation players. They want us to spend the original transfer budget. They want us to go to they want us to win the Champions League, it sounds like. They want us to win the Champions League, right? That's what they're telling me. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do that going forward, especially since you guys haven't complained about it. And with the board kind of also on our back with that. So we got to look at what's happening this offseason. What's going to happen that we think. So I would like to upgrade box-to-box midfield. Snow has been fantastic, right? Like, I really like Mike Snow. Fantastic player. But he's a squad level player. He's not the best box-to-box midfield either. He's a 2-star player box-to-box. So I definitely need to upgrade that position. Left wing, not left wing, right wing. I want to upgrade right wing. Lucas, he's been fantastic for us, but to win the Champions League also, I think we need a better quality of player than him. He'd probably drop down to a squad level player when we bring somebody in, if we are able to find somebody, because he's been fantastic. I don't want to just replace him with some run-of-the-mill guy that's another 3-star player, 4-star potential. No, I want him to be an absolute stud to replace Lucas, because Lucas has been that good for us these past couple seasons. And then the number 10 position. I'll be real with you guys. One of the 23 players, one of the guys that's under 23 that we're going to sign, I think we're going to go after Leonardo Villa here. He's the best shadow striker I think we could find. His contract also expires in a month, so that's even better. That's the main issues that I want to bring in this offseason. Obviously, we're going to try bringing in some youth prospects, all that kind of stuff, and hopefully it'll help out the side a little bit. There are some guys that I'm interested in moving on from though. Garcia, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, you're done. You're done. Who else do we want? Hop has moved back. He was a 3-star potential player in the last episode, wasn't he? 4-star now. That's kind of different. I've transfer listed Motopu as well. I've accepted a bid for Vance, so he's probably about to be on his way out. And I mean, I know like I fended off offers for him this offseason, but if we could sell Janssen, right, and then bring in another center back that's really good, that would be fantastic. We got to take a look at our reserve side. What did they do this season? Just won the league again. Just domination. Just domination since we took over. That's it. Vinny is a guy that I'm interested in maybe bringing up to the first team. He's moved up to a 2.5-star player, a 4.5-star potential player. He's been playing at Bayer Leverkusen for some time now. I think we loaned him out this season. Put out a 6.62 in the Bundesliga. So, do we call him up or do we keep loaning him out? I really don't know what to do with this guy because like he's obviously ready for the senior squad, but we've got Erhard, he's better than Erhard. I'll say that. He is better than Erhard. But we've got a guy standing in front of him that's just like, yeah, not moving until we sell him. Vinicius, we've seen a little bit of him. Not really interested in playing him. Just a bunch of 2-star guys, really. This guy right here. I mean, if we sell Garcia, he could definitely come in and play a role as a backup left wing option for us, couldn't he? Put out a 6.89 average rating in the league below us. I'm a little bit intrigued by that guy. The under 18s winning the league once again. 3rd straight season, I believe that they've won it. Yep, 3rd straight season. So I want to go over the initial guys that I'm actually interested in signing. We're looking at number 10s right now. I know you think, hey, Leonardo Villa, Breck, what about him? His contract expires in a couple days. No, I was wrong on that. That right there is literally his alone. His contract doesn't expire until 2035, and they're wanting around 81 mil for him, so we're probably not going to go after him. But I did find 2 guys that I am interested in. Adrian Long here, playing at Torino, number 10. I know it says attacking mid, but I kind of like him as a shadow striker. Shadow striker. There we go. Yeah, he looks pretty solid. And he's American, so you guys know that I love that. But the guy that I actually like a little bit better than Adrian Long is Mr. Fun here. There's no way that I can say that guy's name. So, yeah, look at his athleticism. He is a freak of nature. On right wing, there's really just one guy that I'm interested right now, and it's Mr. Woo Jin Choi here. I mean, another athletic freak, which is actually what I want on my right-hand side. I want them guys to have speed to stretch the defense, and this guy, he definitely does that. And he's cheap, too. And the final guy that I'm actually interested in is a deep line playmaker. I know we discussed a box-to-box, but what I think I'll do is I'll move Overby over to box-to-box, bring in a deep line playmaker, because I really like this guy. I know it says valued at 72 mil, but I think we can get him a little bit cheaper than that. I mean, he's a stud. Well, my dudes, I have been a very busy man signing 4 new players, and we've also sold some players as well that we'll get into in a little bit. So up first, we did purchase Mr. Fun over the American, mainly because of the price, and I think he's a little bit better. 37 mil for him, so excited about him. Comes in as a 3-star player, 4-star potential, but I think he's already near the 4-star potential area. New Shadow Striker, this guy. Look at his physical ability. He's going to kill it for us. Up next, I signed a guy that I honestly forgot about. His name's Hamdi here. I purchased him for 13 mil. A left wing player that I like. Don't get me wrong, I think he's probably going to be our 3rd choice this season, but I would really like him to sit on the reserve side. I just think he's a little bit too good for that. We also bring in Woo Jin Choi, our new right wing, and kind of like the Mr. Fun guy. This guy's physical ability is fan-freaking-tastic. I think he's a 4-star player as well. Definitely not the 2.5. A lot better than that. We purchased him for 15.5. Killed it at Rangers last season as well, putting out an average rating of 7.24. And finally, here it is, the big signing this season, purchased for 59 mil. Tom Miles comes in, our new deep line playmaker, and guys, I think he's world class. I really do. He's fantastic. His value jumps through the roof up to 176 mil. And you're going to see this guy. You're going to see a lot of him next season. That being said, so now I can't sign any more players over the age of 18. We've got to start focusing a little bit on our reserve and under 18 side. For some reason, I guess I just didn't want to show off the outgoing transfers. And I guess mainly because a lot of it hasn't been that good. So Nagidi leaves for free, same as Vrobel. Garcia does go to Swansea, though, for 10.75 mil. Just thought it was time to move on from him. And then Vance goes back to Brazil for 12.25. Another one of these guys that I liked, and we probably could have used him, but I just thought, honestly, the money was pretty good. We signed him way back when for a free. We turned him for 12.25. And that's how NAC became NAC. Outgoing business has happened. Lucas goes to Shakhtar, 24 mil. Purchased him for 4 mil way back when. Just kind of leveled out. And I think the Choi guy is a much better player. Matopu going out to Sevilla, just didn't use him. He goes out for 4 mil. And yeah, that's where we're sitting at. We've started friendlies. We've played one of them so far. And I'll be real with you guys. I am absolutely struggling trying to find 18 and under year old players to sign for the club. So there may not be a lot of business done in this transfer window. I signed a new guy. Alexi Cosenko here, a 2-star player, 4.5-star potential prospect, number 10. I don't know. I'm thinking that he's going to be the 3rd choice alongside Perdomo. They're going to battle it out and try to figure that out. If you just compare the two, though, they're very, very similar players. Both of them have 10 finishing. Cosenko has a higher dribbling ability, more first touch. His long shots isn't as good. His passing's better, though. Technique's about the same. Work rate's better. Vision, I mean, they're very, very, very similar players. And if you look at this right here, you can kind of just see that. Cosenko has a lot better vision. I'm really not certain on who I want to be the number 3, so I think we're going to have to. Play both of them. This right here. This is going to suck. I'm sure you guys have played Football Manager, and you've got to the point where you're just like, I don't want to play anymore today. Like, I'm 100% done. And this is why right here. Overby, release clause was met. He goes to Inter now for 134 mil. I don't need the money. Like I don't need it. I needed him. It's frustrating because like now I don't have, because the plan was to use him as what, a box to box and use Miles as a deep line playmaker. Well, we can use Snow, but let's be real. Like as much as I like Mike Snow, he's nowhere near what Overby was, right? Like we know that, right? I've used all all of my 23 play, like the guys that I can sign, like the Woo Jin Choi guys. I've used all 3 of those, so I can't sign another one. I mean, I could bring in a loan. Maybe that would help. Like, that sucks so bad. I might break the rule this season and just sign another center mid. I don't know. Because I didn't expect that to happen. I didn't expect anybody to meet his release clause. I don't even know if I told you how much he sold for. It was 134 mil, I think. Yeah, 134 mil. That's... That being said, the man just got paid, so I don't blame him. He's earning, what was it? I seen his contract. I've seen his contract. There it is. For 13, he's making 13 mil this year. To put that in perspective, guys, our top paid player is earning 5.7 mil. Damn it. I'm looking at this guy to replace Overby. Alejandro Lojero looks pretty solid. He's more of an advanced playmaker type, but I think as a box-to-box, he's going to be fine. His only thing that I wish was a little bit higher was his tackling, but he's got good speed, so he can go forward pretty good. Decent. His dribbling's fantastic, same as with his first touch. I'm still heartbroken. I have made a bid on this guy for like 18.75 mil, I believe, so maybe we'll get him in. Well, I brought in a new player here, Maximilian Barr here. I'm still, guys, I'm shook. I think I need to take a break today because that really sucked. It sucked so bad with Overby. Still caught up on it. Kind of like this guy. Kind of like him. He could be a decent shadow striker for us with his finishing. I think maybe more in the central mid. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I'm taking a break. Well, as I mentioned, I had to take a break. It's a whole new day for me. That Overby transfer really messed me up, and I did end up bringing in that guy that we discussed, the Alejandro Lojero. Purchased him for 18.75. That being said, the game automatically comes back and haunts me. He's out for 6 to 9 weeks, so quite some time. Broke a hip, something with his hip, knocked his hip out of place. I don't know. He fell down, hips hurt. You guys get it. So he's out. I'm looking at Barr being his replacement for the next episode, the start of the season. The guy we purchased from Stuttgart. I don't know if I actually showed this guy, but I kind of like him. He's looked really good in the friendlies as well. Speaking of friendlies, we've only lost one of them, and the one we lost was against the Milan, and I played all my friendlies. So what I was doing, the first half was my starters, right? Second half was my reserve side, my backups, and some guys from the reserve side, the actual reserve side. And the funny thing about this match was we dominated it. We absolutely dominated it. And the reserve side was the side that scored. It wasn't our senior squad. So that's a little bit interesting. But yeah, so thought about showing that off. The Almere City, when we win this one 4-0 for the Johan Cruyff Shield, whatever it's called. Maria goal, Mr. Fun gets a goal, Chavarria gets a goal, and Alves gets a goal. But as you guys can see, it's the start of a new season, which means two things. We got to pick our side for the first matchup against Heracles, and got to take a look at them kits, baby. The green, I love it. Like, green is my favorite color. So get that and that black in there. It just looks so sexy. And now we need to figure out what's going to be the starting 11 for the first match. We are without Castro as well. He's picked up an injury. Okay. But should be back pretty soon. Missed most of the preseason, unfortunately. So let's get it started off. Obviously, Tejan in goal. Right back is a position of interest to me during the season, like when we're full, when Castro's back. Because I'm really debating. You know, last season we used Alves over there. Aleti has been fantastic. So obviously for the first match, Aleti's going to come in there. Alves is going to be on the left-hand side of things, right? I think that's what we're going to do. Janssen as our ball-playing defender. Happy with that. Avale comes in as our central defender. Deep line playmaker. This is an interesting one right here, guys, because of the injury. I'm moving Miles as our box-to-box midfield. I think Snow's going to come in and be our deep line playmaker. I think that's what I'm going to do in the midfield. The midfield's a bit of a question because of the injury to Lojero. Right wing, we obviously brought Choi in to be the starter. So therefore, he's going to be the starter. Mr. Fun is our number 10. Left wing, what do we want to do there? We want Sammy, of course. He's back from injury. Finally. It took him forever. He is back. And then up top, you guys know that Cardenas is going to be there. So excited about those guys. When we finally get healthy, though, when Castro gets back into Lojero, obviously the starting 11 is going to change. Castro will move in at left back. Alves or Aleti will be starting right back. Aleti's got a little bit more potential. Alves is the better player right now, though. And honestly, this is the biggest side I think that we've ever actually carried into a season. I mean, you guys can see it right here. It's pretty dang massive for the squad. Obviously, a bunch of these guys are going to play for the reserve side as well, but I do want to highlight a couple of them that I want to use this season. We got Mr. Maria here, who's looked really good in preseason, scoring goals for us. I think he's going to be a backup left wing for us. Probably, honestly, might jump over the guy that's been on our team. What's his name? Amon. I think he honestly might jump over Amon. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. Amon has more potential. Maria's a little bit better at the moment, according to our assistant manager. The next guy I brought up is Emmanuel here. He's a 2-star player, 5-star potential, left wing, right wing striker. Can do it all in the attack, and my lord, is he fast. Hamdi is another guy that I've brought in, and this is kind of a weird player for me. He's a left wing player, but honestly, in preseason, I've been playing him as a backup deep line playmaker, and he's done a damn good job. I mean, he's got passing of 15, vision of 13, so he can do all that. He's got, I mean, he looks solid at it. He looked really, really good at it. He can play as a box-to-box even for us. Got decent tackling, decent marking. He's a very well-rounded player. I think he's going to be fantastic in our center mid. That is all I have time for today, guys. As I mentioned, the next thing is the match against Hercules, the start of a new season here at NAC. And I do have to apologize. It may have been a little bit of a weird transfer special here. And I'm trying something new with the recording, so I'm hoping that it works out a little bit. And hopefully it does. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below. And as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.